Oh man, all right. So Liv gets the belt. That's the right move. That's what I predicted, and of course, it's definitely what I wanted, what I was rooting for. However, the way it was done, I was not feeling. I think it was a little retarded. Right now, they kind of got Dom still as a Ripley simp, which I guess because they hadn't done sufficient dialogue between him and Liv, maybe they felt like they had to go that way. I guess that's what that was, but that I'm not feeling really the way it was done. But I do like, put it this way, I do like the fact that they do have all three actors involved. You got Liv, you got um, Dom, and you got Becky, So I'm glad they have those three in there. I just think the execution is a little weird. It was just Dom is a moron. Like, what does it matter to Dom that Becky has the belt or Liv? Really, if it's Rhea's belt. So much so to the point where he's trying to just help uh, Becky. I don't get it. I don't get why he felt he needed to help her in the match. If you really look at it, it wasn't like Becky was just totally like helpless or anything like that. So maybe they're trying to tell us that he's dumb because at the end Cole calls him a moron. Maybe if that's what we're getting at, then I guess I understand. But that execution was just kind of weird. But at any rate, this is good. It sets up the storyline going forward, which they need this storyline because right now in a situation where there are few feuds, you got of course Punk and McIntyre, which had nothing to do with this here. Of course, they're both injured, but they can still have the verbal thing and they can still do backstage stuff or whatever. But my point is, in a situation where there are few feuds, this right here is the feud that can add the spice, that can add the interest, and all of those other little extra things that we need for the show to really pop. And I would like to see what they do. And also, I would like to see what Jersey Liv can do. I want to see what she looks like as a champion for a sustained period of time. I think she's coming along well. Mike's skills on point right now. Wrestling, of course, you always kind of had that. And you got a goal in mind that you want to get to. And then you got the returning Ripley later. So all the elements are there for this to really be good. Now, they need better execution because if it's going to be on the level of what we just saw, I don't know. Right? But my thing is, they should have had her trying to pull down her side. I would have rather seen something where Dom's started simping already for Liv. Like they should have done a little bit more of that. And then here, where he really turned and helped her win on purpose. I would have rather seen that. That would make more sense to me. Because you already kind of foreshadowed him looking at her before. And but I get it, they dropped the ball. They didn't know how to, I guess, what do you call that? Do those two things at one time, right? Multitask. They didn't know how to multitask between setting up the Queen of the Ring and doing that storyline, right? They just have to improve with that stuff, I think. So, yeah. So on Monday, I'm assuming Liv is going to win that. Are they going to do a clean win? I doubt it. I know some people, that's what they want, but it's a heel. Heels don't need clean wins. They're heels, right? So I disagree with people who believe, okay, Liv has to get a clean win in order for it to mean something. Clean wins mean nothing to a heel. They only matter to a face. So Liv will retain Monday. And then Becky, I think really needs to go on a vacation. But if she hangs around, I guess they keep that feud going for a little while. I don't know. I don't know. You never know with this here. what I think they may do is go with Lyra Valkyria as getting the next feud with her. Right. There was a popular YouTuber I listened to a little bit who kind of disagreed with this. He thought this was ridiculous and she shouldn't deserve it because she just lost Queen of the Ring. Well, I'm saying none of that stuff really matters. It really doesn't matter. What all that matters to them is who they're trying to push at a particular time. SummerSlam is going to be what it is, right? It's just established. SummerSlam will be against well, what'll probably happen with Nia is she's going to challenge, because she gets the one challenge. She's going to challenge Becky. Bailey. That's who she's going to challenge with her title. Probably I'm guessing that's the SummerSlam thing. Valkyria is going to feud with. But this is why I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This is why I'm the best at this prediction shit, because I understand foreshadowing, right? I used to be a student and in media, and I studied story writing, script writing, and all those different types of things. And some people don't understand how to read foreshadowing. The whole feud with Becky is grooming Valkyria. Valkyria is going to be the next feud for Liv. They foreshadowed that. That's why Becky just lets her know, I'm passing it on to you. It's probably a sign that Becky's going to go away for a while. That's her protege. She's leaving her behind. But they're not going to give her a belt, but they're going to give her the feud with Liv Morgan. Okay? And Liv Morgan smacking her puts her in a situation. Remember that little punch in the face or whatever it was? That puts her in a situation where Valkyrie, Lyra is going to try to get that back. What happened at Queen of the Ring is irrelevant with regards to this particular feud that's going to happen, because the King and Queen of the Ring is something that's completely outside of all of the storytelling and the logic, because each particular story goes like you have a beginning, you have a setup, you have introduction of characters, you have an introduction of conflict, then you have a conclusion. Once King of the Ring is done, that conclusion is done. It no longer matters that Lyra Valkyria lost to Nia. And then secondly, there are two different shows. There's Raw and then there's SmackDown, okay? And Nia and Lyra are not on the same show anyway, so it's irrelevant for both of those reasons, all right? So the next feud will be Valkyria with Liv, which is a good one because that way Liv doesn't drop it and she defeats her. I don't know that will be the SummerSlam matchup. I believe the SummerSlam matchup will be someone else. I don't know yet. I got to look at what they do. You never know with these people, man. They might bring Alexa Bliss back before then and have her do SummerSlam because she's more of a big money ticket. They want big ticket money people for that stuff. All right. So this video, I'm just talking about that particular situation. I'll do separate videos on other stuff that I loved and stuff that pissed me off. Of course, like Gunther winning King of the Ring, which I did predict him to win, but I'm pissed off that they went with it. I'll deal with that at a later time. All right, so Liv's the champ. Go Jersey.